Hello! Does your planting pattern reflect what you did 3 years ago? If so, our EASYmapping system will save you time by allowing you to select a prior year to emulate. With a push of a button to solidify your acreage selection, your preliminary acreage report is ready to review and ready for signature. Hi, my name is Hope Floberg, and I'm with the IT Marketing and Training Department at NEU Country Insurance Company. Today, we're going to be training on the Prior Year Import functionality within EASYmapping. Let's get started. Open EasyWriter Pro, and on the EasyWriter Pro dashboard, we'll want to go up to the MPCI search link. Here, we're going to key in our insured's policy. Once the policy editor opens on the screen, we're going to begin by endorsing the policy. Then we'll go over to our EasyMapping icon. Our EasyMapping screen is going to open on our field view, and I'm just going to come up to the top of the window here and maximize our EasyMapping screen. At this point in time, on the Fields tab, you can select your hamburger menu item and click on the drop-down and go to Import Prior Year Acreage. I do want to note that this functionality can also be utilized from the Acreage tab as well. However, one important thing to note is whether you do this feature from the Fields or Acreage tab, it does not matter. But once you start in one location, you do need to see the whole process completed thoroughly through that same tab. So we're going to go through the Fields tab today. So again, I'm on the Fields tab. I'm going to go up to the hamburger menu and I'm going to choose Import Prior Year Acreage. Now again, this is going to help to save you time by being able to access your acreage reports or entry from a previous year and be able to copy that information forward to the current year. So in the Prior Year Acreage Import window, you can see at the top of the window, it defines our policy number and our insured name. And then down in the data grid below, you can see we have all of our data years. Now, if you've been with us since 2015 through the most current year are going to display in here. So you'll want to select the year that you want to replicate your acreage reporting information for the current year. So I'm going to choose 2018. Once you've selected your year, you can come down and hit Next. At this point in time, you're now seeing the field information from 2018 and what your reported acres were for that year. In this situation, we're quite lucky because all of our unit assignments have already been populated for us. In a situation where the system is able to determine with 100% certainty that the field belongs to a certain unit, it's going to automatically update that unit in the unit column for you. Now, in a situation where perhaps your unit numbers have changed from year to year, you've had a share percent change, or maybe even the policy was reconned and your FSN, tract, and FSA field number have changed, those types of situations when you come in, this unit column may be blank. It may appear like this. In that situation, if you know that a field should be linked to an existing unit, you can just come right into the unit drop-down box and select that unit. To quickly touch on the other fields in this window, you can see here this first column is the checkbox column. Automatically, when you come in, this column is going to default as checked. To uncheck lines, or all of the lines at one time, you can uncheck this top box and they'll deselect for you. Then you can come in and individually pick which lines you would like to import into the current year. The import status is just going to display if the acreage lines have already been imported into the current year. In this case, they have not, so it says pending. The unit number, as I explained earlier, is going to be the unit that is assigned to the field acreage that you're keying in. The field column is going to be the internal NAU field ID. Now, this ID comes into importance in a situation where your policy was part of a recon. You can reference the NAU field ID in the field column to help match up your units. This number will not change in a recon situation. However, the field column will change in situations where the field is split or edited in any way. So again, that's kind of key to remember. The FSN tract and FSA field number, those are our location-based fields. The additional import info column, it's going to populate when there's special situations. Next column is the county column, which just defines the county that your fields are in. The reported acres are the acres that you have reported on the policy. The reported acres can be edited at this point in time. So if they've changed a little bit from the past years and you wanted to edit them in this window, you can do so. The field acres are going to represent your CLU field acres. And then the plant date can also be filled in on this window if you choose to do so. If you choose to wait, that is fine as well. But if we come in here and select a plant date, and I'm going to select one for this next unit too, just to remind you that anytime you fill in a plant date and there's a like unit, so you can see here we have 2 units that are 103 units for corn, the same plant date will automatically populate for both of them. Once you've reviewed your information in here and have checked the applicable lines that you want to import into the current year system, you can come down to the bottom of the screen and click Finish. Once you click Finish, you'll be brought back into the Fields tab on the EASYmapping screen. And as you can see here within your screen, your fields have now been populated with the correct color coding from the acreage lines that have come in. Down in the acreage grid below, you can see this source column is now populated, displaying the data year that the data was pulled from, so that you know where that data has come from. All of your planted acres and your plant dates have pulled in from the previous screen. If something needs to be edited at this point in time, that can be done as well. The one thing I really want to point out though is down at the bottom of the screen, we automatically have the box Acres Not Yet Certified checked. And this allows you to now save the policy, print a preliminary acreage report, get it sent off to your insureds, whether it be by e-sign or through the mail, for them to review your prior year import. And once they confirm that that information is correct, sign the document and send it back to you, we can come back into this window and uncheck the Acres Not Yet Certified box so that the acres can be locked in. After you've completed the prior year import, you can come down to the lower right-hand corner and hit the Save and Close button. And then you can close out of our EASYmapping system. As you do that, you'll get your acreage summary, which will define just the information that you have just keyed in. And we'll hit OK. At this point in time, we can commit our policy. We'll be reminded that all lines with the same acreage reporting date for the crop being keyed have not been completed. That's just the situation that I did today because I only chose to import a few of our units. So you normally probably wouldn't get this message. I'm going to click OK or Yes, and then I can commit my policy. And at this point in time, print my preliminary acreage reporting document. Thank you so much for joining me today to cover the prior year acreage import feature within our EASYmapping screen. We hope that this feature saves you a lot of time when doing acreage reporting this season, and we'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your NAU Country Marketing representative, and have a great day.